welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Isu. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 2 tips that helped me improve my English skills. You guys can also apply these 2 tips into your routine to improve your English skills. Okay guys, to find out more about these tips, stick to this video till the end. Well guys, let's start today's video. First one is reading in English. When you're reading in English, you will see a lot of English vocabulary. When you're seeing the vocabulary in different contexts when you're reading, it will help you memorize things easier, memorize vocabulary much faster. Well, if you're reading along the way, you will see different grammar structures in the stories, right? So you can expose yourself to all grammar structures and improve your grammar, which is really fantastic. You can improve your English grammar and reading skills, English vocabulary at the same time. Well guys, in the past year, I used to read a lot. There was a book that I borrowed from the library when I was around maybe I'm not sure, 13 years old. Yeah, there was a book about our country Myanmar, which is called The Legendary of Myanmar. They were talking about Myanmar and Myanmar borders, about the things that happened in the past. It's the history of Myanmar, and I read the entire book, and it took me 6 months. At that time, my English was not that good. And after reading the book, I started to feel more confident with my vocabulary. I decided to use the vocabulary that I see and learn from the book when I'm talking to somebody. You guys can also do the same. After you learn the vocabulary from the book or from maybe newspaper, from the stories, you guys can use them in real life. If you don't have any partner, you guys can talk about the topic and use the new vocabulary that you learned from the book or article when you're talking to yourself, when you're talking about various topics that you like, maybe about your hobbies, maybe about something else that you like. You can use the vocabulary when you're talking to yourself.
You don't need to worry about not having any partners
because you have yourself, you can talk to yourself. I don't normally talk to people in English. I only talk to native speaker from American for only 5 minutes on Cambly, and that was my first time talking to native speaker. And until now, I haven't met with any native speakers. I haven't talked to anyone from American for my second time. I don't normally talk to people. I just talk to myself to improve my English skills. You guys can also do the same. I actually know that some people, English learners, are worrying about not having any partners. The things that I want to say is you can talk to yourself, okay guys? And there's podcasts that I used to listen on YouTube. It is called Magic Tree House. They also have Magic Tree House book. And I used to listen to different topics, different kinds of episodes in the Magic Tree House. They have series of Magic Tree House. In English speaker is reading the book, and while he is reading, I listen to him and repeat after him. Well guys, this is this channel. I used to learn English with this channel and learn and listen to the Magic Tree House for 4 months approximately, more than 3 months. I think it's for 4 months. After I finished the series, I learned a lot of vocabulary. If you don't want to listen to the podcast, you guys can also buy the books and read them by yourself. When you're reading, well guys, you can note down new vocabulary in your book and maybe use Google Translator if you like to translate them to know the definition of them. Okay guys, let's go to tip number 2. This is listening to podcasts and stories. And I also listen to All Ears English. Right here is the podcast or the episodes that I've been listening recently. And there's a channel that I found. This is called Jay Shetty. It is like an interview that he had with successful people. He asked them like how to be successful about different things. Of course, you guys can listen to his interview with different people, different successful people or CEOs from around the world. It is like real life conversation, and along the way when you're watching his interview with different successful people, you will see a lot of vocabulary that he used, new vocabulary and useful phraseovers. You can learn a lot of things from his video, and I want to recommend you guys to listen to his
interviews.
Okay guys, you guys can also listen to like All Ears English to expose yourself to different topics. They always discuss about different topics where you can learn different vocabulary and talk about them. Listening to podcasts can improve your
listening skills,
your knowledge, your skills of speaking in English, and you will be able to discuss about the topics that you're listening more easily and more confidently. There's like one thing that I read. This is about motivation. It is like an article, and it was a great article, and they were discussing about motivation, and they said you cannot actually count on your motivation when it comes to do something consistently, because sometimes you feel tired, sometimes you feel like you don't want to do it. So you know what guys, you need to be consistent and not always count on your motivation. When you count on your motivation, you need to wait for your motivation to spark, right? But when you're consistent and learn English for every day, maybe for like 5 minutes, for example, maybe for example 10 minutes, well, you will become consistent and you know the exact time when you need to learn English. Even though you feel tired, you will get yourself into learning English if you do it consistently. Okay guys, and by the way, don't forget to practice your English every day. Speak in English, don't give up on your dream, and I'm sure that you guys will become a great English speaker one day, a fluent English speaker one day. So when you're like facing or struggling to speak English, when you're feeling a little bit stressed about your English, don't worry about this. Learn every single day. You'll be able to speak like a native speaker one day. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and by the way, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want me to make more video like this one. Well guys, this is all for today. Well, I'll see you next week. Bye!